Yo, this is Enemy Stand User, and welcome to this week's amazing chapter of Chainsaw Man. And this was some of the most fun I've had reading Fujimoto stuff in a while. At least like with how this chapter had me breaking down on the floor laughing. I really like how natural the character relationships are, and Fujimoto does such an amazing job at building up the hype and tension even with the smallest things. Because this chapter didn't have any gory, dangerous peril, but the character interactions just never fail to put a smile on my face, especially a certain character and even some newer faces as well. So let's hop right into it. This chapter starts with Asa and Denji kinda concerned on their date now that they are stuck in the aquarium and Fami has kidnapped Yoru for some odd reason. So it's up to Asa to figure it all out. And you'll see with this chapter, you can really tell Asa truly is like the living embodiment of a fumble. Asa has no riz, she's useless. To be honest, she's a femcel, and she knows she is, and she complains about it like it's not her fault. Fujimoto likely created a character that is way too real, cause it's funny and scary how natural Asa feels. So now that they're stuck, Asa acts like a know-it-all, even though she has no idea what's going on, and Denji tries to explain the situation even if she won't listen. So right off the bat, things don't look good. However, by coincidence, the Devil Hunter Club shows up with the class president and two other members, and Yoshida also is here for some reason. So we got quite the three-way going on here, and this is definitely a very fishy situation. Yoshida is definitely stalking Denji, and the club is looking to kill Devil. So this aquarium arc, or this little section, might be pretty huge breakthrough in all these plot points coming together here. And I also love how the class president acts, because you can tell he expresses himself and he has this confidence that is very suspicious and high-minded, like he knows a lot more than he seems, albeit he is that fake Chainsaw Man, so this should be interesting moving forward. However, by far, the biggest surprise in my entirety of reading part 2 is the appearance of Kobeni's little brother. And there is almost no way to distinguish that this dude was a boy or a girl, besides the hints from part 1 that we got, and he's wearing a boy's uniform. So I'll address this guy as Fembeni because I don't think we know his name. And y'all brothers might not know this, but Kobeni is my favorite character in Chainsaw Man. She unapologetically clears, in my own opinion, because of her quirky, cute, crazy attitude and misfortune. I know a lot of people find her annoying and useless, but I love her. And guess what else? Fujimoto has now extended the Higashiyama family, so now there are two of them. I don't know, Fujimoto must be on some kind of agenda, and I'm here for it. Now we got Femboy Kobeni. So alright, now that we got the group settled, they realize the situation and they haven't found the Eternity Devil yet. The class president Haruka takes command, so then Asa realizes that this guy is Chainsaw Man. So now she has a mental block on if she should kill Haruka, but then again she needs to turn Denji into a weapon to kill him. Then again she can't turn him into a weapon because she has no game, and that's not happening. And now that you mention it, she now has to kill two people basically, which for a normal person like Asa, that's pretty terrible. It's easy to see why Asa is kind of stressed and bugging out, and the situation Fami put her in. Not only does she not have the power to do this, she does not have the resolve in the first place. And you can also see, it's kind of subtle, but Asa clearly has some kind of social anxiety or some sort of social disorder she's dealing with. So the group looks around and tries to find anything to help them to escape, but settle on being stuck. And they find a means to sustain themselves with things like food and water to survive. And what's interesting is how when they need fire for cooking, Fembeni has a lighter, and he says he got it for bullies who make him light their own cigarettes. So it's actually kind of sad how Kobeni's bro gets bullied and he's so open about it, but it's still kind of funny because the dude is literally Kobeni 2.0. So now our group really has found their only means to survive with food, water, heat, and shelter. So here comes Asa gonna say, I can't eat fish. And you know, maybe she has a good reason to, because it's their only source of food, like if she was allergic or something else. But she says, fish just, it looks too much like a dead animal. It grosses me out.
We do not care.
Bro, for real, why did the squad look at Asa like that? Poor Asa definitely got some type of social anxiety trying to act like she got sense, but she sounds like a total weirdo. Worse yet, she sounds like she's entitled to something. So Asa left the situation very embarrassed and meets Denji outside in the hallway, walking around looking very guilty. He was going around picking up a bag with 1,000 yen in it. So ironically, Denji actually tells the truth. It's not really even that big of a deal, but Asa, as petty as she is, calls Denji a thief and starts arguing with him. They actually make a good point because neither of them are helping out. But when Denji snaps back at her, asking what is she even doing to help, Asa has a full tantrum telling Denji to go to hell, and finally they both snap as they made it to their last brain cell moment and they argue and try to get the last line off. To be honest, if you think about their words, Denji has already died and gone to hell, so I guess the joke's on her. So then Asa starts talking to herself, forgetting that Yoru is gone, proceeding to ask Yoru a question and is greeted by complete silence. Yeah, this is the moment you know Asa is probably like Fujimoto's most tragic character emotionally. This girl can't get a guy, she can't have friends, she can't have a normal conversation, and fumbles everything in life. Her only real friend Yuko unknowingly died, and on top of that she turned into a devil, and her own devil Yoru is begrudgingly not really a friend, but it's like her only source of comfort, and even she's gone at the moment. So Asa has a bit of a crisis, but then she remembers something helpful to actually be useful. Asa pulls out her cellular phone, which impresses the group, and I also think Asa low-key wants to be accepted and flex a little because she has terrible social skills, as if that wasn't obvious enough, but now she can actually help. Remember, Chainsaw Man is based in the late 90s, so as a student, having a phone is kind of a big flex, considering it was like over 100,000 yen or like $900 to actually own one back then. So finally she managed to use her phone to get a cell signal, and with cell service they can call for help outside. So now everyone relaxes like their lives were saved. Then of course Asa overexerts herself. Somehow she trips and falls, breaks the cell phone again somehow, and falls flat on her ass. The hope is short-lived as Asa continues her fumble streak and disappoints the whole group. Haruka blatantly said what we're all thinking. You complain, you aren't a team player, and you failed to come through in the clutch. I expected better from you.
This nigga is trash.
So damn, that's tough. And that's tough that Asa has all these fumbles in her life, even with her own mother. And Asa apparently just can't stop fumbling the bag, and it's honestly hilarious, but it's also very sad at the same time. This little arc is probably going to be very pivotal, since when the action does kick off, potentially either one of the Chainsaw Men will reveal themselves, and it's going to be insane when Asa sees the two of them. But Fujimoto, he is cooking right now, so ultimately I hope poor Asa gets herself figured out. But what do you guys think? Share your thoughts below, please do. I love reading the comments. But this has been Enemy Stand User, and I'll see you awesome guys in the next one. Bye bye.